Good morning, everybody. Today I have the pleasure to have with us Gianmarco Negrisoli. Gianmarco is the president of Flamma USA. Hi, Gianmarco, good to see you.
Good morning, Silvana. Good morning.
So, Flamma. The story of Flamma is very long. I mean, the story of Flamma begins in 1950. So this year is supposed to celebrate 70 years of life. So congratulations. Flamma is a privately held, family-run, family-owned life science company. And it is a fully integrated small molecule cDMO and offers a unique opportunity to accelerate small molecules to the pharmaceutical marketplace. So, Gianmarco, the first question to you. I recently read that Flamma has been named top 10 CMO in Europe and has been named the best global pharmaceutical CDMO according to the 2020 Biotechnology Awards. Which are the key success factors of successful CDMO like Flamma in today's environment? Can you tell us?
Well, thank you, Silvana, for the question. This is a very important award that testimony our hard work to become a global company. For what concern our success factors, I can boil it down to three key ones. First, reliability. You need to have the basic covered, and both your chemistry and your quality needs to be there. The importance of a solid quality system continues to grow every day, and you need to keep up with the pace of the market. Your chemistry also needs to deliver the result and deliver them on time. So I believe that these two factors alone make up for 80% of your score as a reliable supply. The second point is flexibility. Traditional development timelines are gone. Constant changes, accelerated path for new treatment, regulatory pushback, containment requirements, constantly growing analytical needs. You have to make it all work for your customer and their project. We strive to maintain a high level of flexibility in our schedule to be able to accommodate for this, sometimes at a very high cost for us. Also, being family owned and managed allow us to make decisions faster and invest where needed. In this regard, flexibility is an approach. It's a value, and we know customers recognize it. Our third point is you have to got talent and to grow it. Your team must have strong knowledge. You must create the right condition for them to innovate and create. You must foster teamwork and push for global collaboration and network between your sites. This also generates a different attitude. We don't want to be simply a supplier, but we want to be a partner. Your team must work not only for a project, but for a long-lasting relationship. And for last, there is something that you can't measure or control. We're still a small team, and we're very passionate about what we do. We have a small and large pharma customers, and we give everybody the same level of service. We're willing to go the extra mile to get a new treatment on the market because we care, and ultimately, people enjoy working with us.
Oh, okay, good. Congratulations. When I will be born again, I will ask to work in Flamma, okay? I am a chemist, so I am supposed to do something in your team. Anyway, thank you very much, Gianmarco. So the other question, okay, today's supply chain in the pharma industry is extremely China dependent, especially for raw materials and starting materials and for generic APIs. Would you say that there will be a trend to return some manufacturing to Europe and to the USA, and in order to achieve a truly global supply chain management? I say this because I read in one article on Flamma this sentence: we do not have a Chinese facility, but we have an Italian facility in China. So can you kindly comment?
Well, beginning from the dependence from China, the strong dependence of our industry from China was one of the drivers for us from the beginning to acquire and develop our own site. In some way, we saw it coming many years ago, and we started with a small lab in Shanghai, followed by a joint venture, a second lab, and eventually we purchased our own plant. Now, almost 20 years later, I can say that it was a winning long-term strategy and continues to pay off. In regard to bringing back some manufacturing, I believe there was already a trend in place that the current global pandemic in some ways has just accelerated. I see some manufacturing coming back, especially to the US, because Europe has some more of it. And in particular, I see more advanced intermediates and API coming back. But what I see more critical is the supply of raw materials. These processes have gone east a long time ago because are often environmentally unsustainable and very labor intensive. And honestly, I don't see them coming back without a major push from governments or the European Union and a strong willingness of private companies to invest in greener chemistry. I actually think it's a great chance because it will be at the same time create more sustainable processes and a stronger supply chain, not so reliant on a single region in the world, and perhaps on the long term will also help some prices of raw material that are now, for instance, single source from Asia. For what concern our facility in China, we do take a lot of pride in the way we built Flamma on Kite under many aspects. When we say it's an Italian plant in China, we mean that everything from the facility, the workflow, the piping, the processes, the equipment, everything is designed to closely replicate our Italian sites. We have Western management. We have a rotational program to send young talents in China for a few years. We have on-site Italian project manager and engineer, and the list goes on. The bottom line is our customers expect the best from us, and we strive to offer them the same level of experience, either they come to Italy, to China, or the US.
Good, very good. So, some other things. What are your company's target market? Can you please describe this market in terms of market segments and market trends very quickly?
Flamma continues to be active in the generic and custom manufacturing market, and we also active in a nutraceutical space with very few high-end ingredients. Sales in both markets are worldwide and pretty evenly distributed across Europe, US, and Japan. Customers are both large pharma, we work with 15 of the top 20, and small biotech and pharma. In particular, our unique approach to custom manufacturing has brought us a large number of projects on both large and small scale, and we have adapted our structure to that. For large scale, we have strengthened our Italian and Chinese site. For smaller volume and niche products, we're growing what we call Flammadelphia, our new added US sites near Philadelphia. We have 5 kilolabs, a pilot plant, and 3 high-potent lines, and this site is better suited to serve customers with fast development needs and smaller volumes. I do definitely see a trend in this direction. Smaller production, often for orphan treatment with very fast timeline. The challenge in this case, I see as to spread the development cost, which is virtually equivalent to the one of a blockbuster, onto a few kilos per year. But this is the trend that I see.
Good. Now the last question, which is particularly useful and interesting for us. So which technology trends do you see in the next 5 years, and how will your company deal with them? And is continuous manufacturing one of those trends? I put this question because, we organized for more than 12 years a conference, an international conference on flow chemistry, small flow chemistry microreactors. So, and I remember that every year some people from Flamma were attending our conference. So I suppose that this is one of the focus of your company. So can you tell us something more?
Okay, well, stepping back to your first question, I think from a market point of view, of course, restricting the field only to small molecules, because this is what we do. Of course, I'm not talking about the potential disruption of the gene therapy technology. I think the most relevant trend is probably the growth of high potent compounds, mostly related to the potential development of ADC. From a manufacturing and technology point of view, I really don't see any disruptive technology coming, but rather a deeper use of existing technology. For instance, solid state to increase bioavailability. Instead, what I do see is, as I mentioned before, anything that goes in the direction of a greener chemistry will get a big push. And I think this is a change absolutely necessary these days. Anything that will help reduce the volume of solvent, the volume of waste, the water use, the amount of energy used, the recycling of solvent, and so on will become mandatory. This is both from an environmental and economical point of view. And in some regard, the beauty of it is these technologies, the technology to accomplish this, are already widely available in other fields. but often the strict regulatory framework on one side and the unwillingness to take risks from the pharma industry in general has made our industry quite unsustainable. So I do think there is a lot of work to do here. To conclude on the flow chemistry, yes, in regard to this, I believe is certainly one of the most promising technology, and the one we have invested since many years. Last year, we inaugurated a small pilot plant for our first step of an API in continuous. So yes, we continue to strongly believe in it, and we'll continue to invest in it.
Very good. Thank you. I hope that also what the people attending our conference, what they learned from our speakers was useful for your activity. Okay, Gianmarco, I thank you very much for what you have told us. I found many things very interesting. So thanks again. I wish you all the best to you, to your family, to your colleague, and to your life. Okay, so thank you very much. It was a really pleasure for us. Bye.
Thank you. Likewise. Bye.
Ciao, ciao.